Hello everyone. You all are again welcome at Selective Chem classes, and today we are going to start with the module number 11, and we are start with the next term, solubility. Here we are going to learn the solubility of solid in liquid and the solubility of gases in liquid. Let's start with solubility of solids in liquids. Solids in liquids. So the term solubility, it is defined as the maximum amount or mass of the solute taken in gram dissolves in 100 gram of liquid or solvent to form saturated solution. So this is called the solubility of solid in liquid. I'm again telling, it is the maximum amount of solute taken in gram that should be dissolved in 100 gram of liquid to form saturated solution. A saturated solution is that solution in which no more solute can be added. What are the different factors that affects this solubility? Now we are talking about the factors affecting the solubility of solid in liquid. The first factor is nature of solute and solvent. Nature of solute and solvent. So, when we are talking about the nature of solute and solvent, the nature means what kind of solute we are to choose, and the solute taken that must be dissolved in what kind of solvent. There is a law of solubility. That is, like dissolves like. Like dissolves like. It means, suppose we are having ionic or polar solute like NaCl that get dissolves in polar solvent. That gets dissolved in polar solvent like water. It means whenever they are matching in the nature of solute and solvent, they get dissolved. Similarly, whenever we are talking about non-polar solute, and non-polar means the covalent or the ionic solute, covalent or the organic solute, they gets dissolved in non-polar solvent. They gets dissolved in non-polar solvents like benzene, like CCl4, etc. So here we have to keep in mind one thing, that like dissolves like is the law of solubility. Whenever we are talking about the ionic or the polar solute, that get dissolved in the polar solvent. Similarly, the non-polar solute or the covalent solutes or the organic solutes, they get dissolved in the non-polar solvents. Now, the next factor, that is the temperature. the solubility gets increase with increase in temperature. Solubility, especially here we are talking about solids in liquids. Solids in liquids gets increase with increase in temperature. Here we can say that with every 10 degrees Celsius rise in temperature, the rate of reaction almost equals to double. Almost equals to double. So this is about the solubility of solids in liquids. Now we are shifting to the next portion, that is solubility of gases in liquids. Now let's shift to this concept, that is solubility of gases in liquid. Next concept is solubility of gases in liquid. Let's define it first. It is defined as the mass or the volume, you can say. Instead of mass we can take volume of gas in cc, that is centimeter cube, dissolves in or present in 100 cc of the solvent or liquid. Solvent or liquid to form saturated solution. To form saturated solution. So here in this case we have taken the maximum amount of the gas, maximum volume of the gas taken, and that has to be dissolved in 100 cc of the solvent or liquid. This is the solubility of gases in liquid. Now again, the factors affecting solubility. Factors affecting solubility. Among the factors, let's take first factor, nature of the gas. Nature of the gas to be dissolved. There are two types of gases. The first type is homoatomic gases. Homoatomic gases, like which have same atoms, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. And the second type is heteroatomic gases. Heteroatomic gases. Heteroatomic gases are of which have different types of atoms. For example, we are having NH3, CO, CO2, HCl, SO2, such type of gases. So whenever we are talking about the solubility of such gases, among these type of gases, the heteroatomic gases are found to be more soluble. Heteroatomic gases are more soluble comparatively. These are more soluble because such gases critical temperature, high critical temperature, and have more ease of liquefaction, more ease of liquefaction, so soluble as compared to the homoatomic gases. I am again telling, the heteroatomic gases, they are more soluble because they have high critical temperature and their ease of liquefaction will be high. That's why intermolecular attraction will be high, so they will be more soluble as compared to the homoatomic gases. The second thing is about the temperature. About the temperature. So whenever we are talking about solubility of gas and liquid, so solubility of gas in liquid, that gets decreased with increasing temperature. That gets decreased with increasing temperature. As suppose we are having gas that has to be dissolved in particular solvent, it forms solution and heat gets evolved. This is reversible reaction. Here we find that this reaction is exothermic in nature. And when temperature of the solution gets increased, according to Le Chatelier principle, according to Le Chatelier's principle, when in an exothermic reaction, temperature is increased. Temperature of the solution is increased. The equilibrium will shift in the backward direction. In the backward direction. And the gas expelled out. Gas gets expelled out. So this can be explained by Le Chatelier's principle. So I am again telling, here we have studied the solubility of gases in liquid. It can be defined as the volume of gas that is taken in centimeter cube, that is dissolved in 100 cc of the solvent or liquid to form saturated solution. There are different factors that affects the solubility of gases in liquid. The first factor we have taken the nature of gas. Second factor we have taken the temperature effect. Here we have studied that the solubility of gases in liquid gets decreased with increase in temperature. It can be explained by Le Chatelier principle because it is a reversible reaction. Equilibrium gets set up, and whenever we are talking about exothermic reaction and temperature gets increased, by increasing the temperature the equilibrium shifts in the backward direction and gas gets removed out from the solvent. For example, whenever we are taking cold drinks or any beverages, always we use to take all these beverages in cold conditions rather than hot conditions, because in hot condition the gas gets expelled out. Next we are shifting to the effect of pressure. Next is the effect of pressure. third factor is the effect of pressure. Effect of pressure. And whenever we are talking about pressure, it was explained by Henry and hence called Henry's law. So there are different definitions of Henry law. Let's take them one by one. According to Henry law, the mass of the gas taken or dissolved in a particular liquid at particular temperature is directly proportional to